It's your girl Nakaiya Nicole, and I'm back today with another video. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be about the college admission process and also how I obtained over $10,000 in scholarship money. So I wanted to share my tips and tricks with how I applied to college, to different colleges, and how I am attending Georgia Southern University. So I wanted to make this video series. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be a series or I think that I can get all the information in this one video. But if I need to make a part 2 or if anything new comes up, then I will make another video. But I wanted to make this video because there's a lot of upcoming seniors that I know who don't really know how to apply, when to get started. So, and then also I wanted to inform the underclassmen, 9th, 10th, 11th grade of what you need to do as a 9th, 10th, and 11th grader. And also, if middle schoolers watch my videos, also saying what you need to do in high school to be a successful person, a successful senior, and knowing where to go, what website to use. So I have my notes right here. I have my notes. And I'm just going to go through the list of websites and what they mean. And I'm going to put the links to all these websites in the description box below. So check the description box below. And even after this video, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below, and then I can answer them there. Or you can, if you don't want anybody to see the question, then you can DM me at Nakaiya Nicole on Instagram. It's the same as my channel name. So let's get started. Okay. So first I'm going to give background information about me and what I did in high school. And yeah. So I graduated from high school as a summa cum laude graduate, honor graduate, with a 4.2 weighted GPA and a 3.9 unweighted GPA. My SAT score, even though this year's college application process, the SAT and ACT was waived, my highest SAT score, because I took it 4 times, and I'm going to explain why I took it 4 times. My highest score was an 1100, and yeah, I'm going to explain the whole SAT debacle and how that is another scholarship if you have a 1200 SAT score. And that's why I took it, trying to get the Zell Miller scholarship, because, okay, I'm going to go more into detail when I get to the scholarship portion of the video. The clubs and organizations that I'm a part of. So let me get my phone because I don't want to miss any club or organization that I was a part of. So, and I'm gonna show you what website I use where I keep my list of clubs and organizations. So, okay, so my extracurricular activities. So I was a part of the National Beta Club for 3 years, from 10th to 12th grade. I was a part of HOSA, which is the Future Health Professions, Health Occupation Students of America, because I want to be a pediatrician, and that is the healthcare club. And I was a part of that club for 4 years, all 4 years of high school, and then this year I was the vice president of community service in that club. I was a part of the National Honor Society. And National Honor Society and National Beta Club, they go kind of hand in hand because they're both community-based organizations about serving the community and having community service. I was a part of the academic bowl team, so I just joined the academic bowl team my 12th grade year, and that was basically a club. It was math club, but then it also had other subject areas where we did competitions against other schools virtually, of course, because of the coronavirus. And then I was a part of the McDonough High School lacrosse team for 2 years, my 10th and 11th grade year. I didn't play lacrosse this year. And then I was a part of cheerleading my 11th and 12th grade year, McDonough High School cheerleading. And then outside organizations, I was a youth ambassador for Pearls with Purpose, which is a mentor program outside of McDonough High School. And then I was also a part of the praise dance team at my church, Faith Walk Ministries. So and then I was also, I'm forgetting one. National Society of High School Scholars was something that they sent in the mail, but yeah, I was a part of that, and it was something that you had to pay for, but you had to have a certain GPA in high school, and then they sent an invitation. And then they also have scholarships on that website and different things. So that's all I don't know, follow me on Instagram at Nakaiya Nicole, of course. If you want to see the picture where I had all my cords and stoves and everything at graduation. So that's what those meant. Those cords and stoves was for those organizations. And then I also had a job my 12th grade year. So that kind of added to my applications for college and scholarships, because they want to see admission processes, they want to see a well-rounded student. And even if you're not a part of at least like all those clubs and organizations that I was a part of, you still should join some clubs and organizations. I say at least join 3, because they want to see that you are a well-rounded student and that you have time management, that you can get your work and you can also be a part of clubs and organizations. So that's a little bit about me. And now I'm going to give the tips and tricks. So the first one that I'm going to say is you should search for the colleges that you want, like the colleges that you're interested in. If you see any YouTube videos about them and you was like, oh, I really want to go to this college. So I say choose at least, I applied to 6 schools, so at least your top 5 schools, research them thoroughly, go on their websites, see when they're having different webinars and everything for underclassmen, and even high school seniors. If you're interested in them, go to their websites, see what dates they're having virtual webinars. Of course, with this year, everything being virtual, instead of just actually going and touring the schools, look on the virtual tours on their websites and things. And even if you want to go and look at the school, talk to your parent or guardian and see if you can set up a visit to go and tour that school. And because some schools were having, I might say a lot, but some colleges were having tours available even this year. So that's one of my first things. Just see what colleges you want to go to and then look up that. And also, another tip is have a planner, because there are going to be a lot of dates thrown at you with scholarship deadlines, college admission deadlines. I've kept this planner this whole year. I started using it in June of last year, because that's why I'm making this video early, because start early, because a lot of the scholarships are already open. A lot of the college webinars and stuff are open in the summer. So look this summer. That's why I'm making this video early. Oh, and I forgot to say, I was top 5 in my class out of 200 and something. So that's another accolade. So yeah, so I've kept all my logins for whatever college, and the different websites. I keep all my logins in here if I forget them, so I won't forget them. But yeah, keep a planner. I put everything in here. My scholarship deadlines, when I had webinars for different colleges. I even put some of my high school things when I had the SAT, at what time, put the time in there. So yeah, I know people like to use their phone, but personally, I like to keep a planner with me because the phone sometimes be acting up. And I want to make sure, and I check this thing every day. I still have stuff in here because I'm still applying for scholarships even now in this summer. So yeah, keep playing. So now I'm going to go into the whole college admissions and what websites. So I'm going to say this, apply early. Apply early action. I know a lot of people, a lot of counselors, they say don't apply early, but personally, apply early because there's a lot of perks when you apply early. There are certain scholarships that's only open to early action students. So apply early. Do not wait until the last minute of your high school career. Apply early. Applications open. Most of the applications. So I'm really speaking for Georgia schools, but even all the other schools, apply early, even out of state. Apply, applications open around August 1st. That's when most of the Georgia schools open, August 1st. But some open in September. So August, September is when the applications open. And they close for early action about October, November. So just make sure that you apply early. Make sure, but sometimes, you know what, if your GPA is already high, then yes, apply early. Do not wait until the last minute. But I know that if you apply late because you're trying to get your GPA higher, then that's understandable. But if your GPA is already high, apply early because there are certain scholarships and things. I cannot stress this enough. Apply early. So, and then I'm going to give you the websites. So, I'm going to put it down below. So, applying for college, these are the two websites that I use. I know there's more for certain HBCUs. There's the websites, but Georgia Futures for Georgia students is you can easily apply for most of the Georgia schools through this website. And most of the colleges don't require written essays or recommendation letters if you use Georgia Futures. But it depends on the college, because some colleges I had to send recommendation letters, others I did not. And then also the same for an essay. Some colleges, you had to write a personal essay, some you did not. So it depends on the college. And once you create your account, there's different things on websites actually. You can do college planning, you can fill out your college applications, and that's where most of the Georgia schools want you to send your high school transcripts and your final transcripts to Georgia schools, because all the Georgia schools are on this website. HBCU and PWI, they're all on that website. And you can also view your whole GPA. So HOPE is a scholarship that if you have a 3.0, which I have somewhere about how HOPE works. Okay, anyway, if you have a 3.0, you're eligible for obtaining the HOPE scholarship that pays. I'm not sure if it's 80 or 90% because I keep getting told different things, but it pays some of your tuition costs if you have a 3.0 or higher. And it's similar to the college GPA of what, if you was in college, what your college GPA would be. So it's your unweighted GPA in high school is what your HOPE is. And that's to ensure that you're eligible for the HOPE scholarship and then Zell Miller, which Zell Miller is what I was saying before. If you have a 1200 plus SAT score and you have I think it's a 3.8 or 3.7 GPA, then you are eligible for Zell Miller, and they pay 100% of your tuition for Georgia schools. But I didn't get that because I didn't get the SAT score. But so yes, so I'm gonna put that link for Georgia Futures in the description box, so you can, if you are a Georgia student, then you can look into that website. Make your account. I made my Georgia Futures account actually when I was in 11th grade, the first semester of 11th grade. So go ahead, even if you're a ninth grader, go ahead and make your Georgia Futures account because everything is on there. It's different. It's also different articles and everything on that website. And then it is the Common App. So these are more for the prestigious colleges and nationally. So like I applied to Mercer on his website, on Common App, and I applied for Georgia Tech on his website. So it's like more of the prestigious colleges, you know, your Harvard, your Yale, you know, Ivy Leagues, you apply on Common App. So through this website, you will be required to do a personal essay. So they make you do a personal essay of up to 600 words, and they already have the questions. So they should already have the questions up for this upcoming school year for class 2022. And then each college will also require 1 or 2 short answer essays. So some of the colleges you do have to do short answer questions. So I know when I applied for Emory, there was different short answer. It was like 2 or 3 short answer questions. And then you can also send your recommendation letters through this. You can request your recommendation letters through Common App and then let your teacher know. So the benefit of using Common App is that you will only have to submit your personal profile information once. So it's not like you have to keep going to the different schools' websites and apply. You can just do one click, stop, that way. So, however, each college may still require additional information. So they still might require additional information, and they will email you if they require additional information. But the Common App is just so much easier because it's just the one-stop shop. So next I'm going to be talking about teacher recommendation letters. So let me tell you something. Email your favorite teachers this summer, okay? Or the summer of your upcoming senior year. Email those teachers because they're off of work. They don't have nothing to do, but when they start back, I think they start back working. Some start back working in June and July. Email those teachers. Email those high school teachers. Your favorite, the ones that know you the best, the ones that you know can write you a great recommendation letter. And especially the English teachers because they know how to write anyway. So just make sure that you ask your teachers early. Do not wait till the last minute because once the school year starts, they have work to grade and different things. So this is on behalf of the teachers. Email those teachers about those recommendations early. And then also because they may be required for your college application. So as I said, please be proactive and ask your favorite teachers if they will provide a recommendation letter for you. And most colleges will ask for the teacher's email to send a recommendation request. So go ahead and email those teachers. So what I did was when I emailed my teacher, if you don't know what to say, have a resume of all your accolades and everything so that they already know a little bit more about you. And even if you want to send additional information of different hobbies or whatever that's not on your resume, send those in an email, in a good, clear, formal email so that it's not just like, hey, can you write me a recommendation letter? Go ahead and send them your resume or whatever so that they know more about you. And also, not just teachers, because there's also different, some colleges, this is more towards the scholarships. Some scholarships, they want you to have recommendation letters from outside people that's not your teachers. Not your family and friends, but other adults that you know can write good, that know you better. They can just write you a good recommendation letter. So I say you need about 4 teacher recommendation letters and about 3 outside people letters because you can reuse those letters, and the teachers, they can reuse those letters for different things. and you can reuse those recommendation letters because it seems like every single thing is asking for a recommendation letter. But go ahead and have those recommendation letters saved on your computer, so if they need it, you can go ahead, print it out, and say, here you go. So now I'm going to talk about standardized testing. So I know for our school year, it was test optional. The year before, it was test optional. It may be test optional the next year coming up. And then I heard some rumors that they may just take the SAT and ACT away completely. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in this video. So with that said, with test optional, this is where if you have a high GPA or you're going to start your GPA, make sure that you have at least over a 3.0, because this is when your GPA matters. When test optional is gone, this is when your GPA is going to make you stand out as a student, because a lot of these are being test optional. So just make sure that your GPA and your high school resume, because some people take your resume instead. So just make sure that all of that is good, appealing, cohesive. Make sure everything's in line. Just make sure your resume. And if you need help, there's templates on resumes. I use Adobe Spark for my resume and just type in resume and use a cute template for that. So I could put Adobe Spark's link if you need help with your resumes as well. So College Board is for the SAT, and I put that link down below. And is you can sign in. You can sign up for your SAT test. You can check your test scores, practice all types of SAT questions, and you can practice those through Khan Academy. So I know a lot of kids, y'all know Khan Academy because we use it in school. But Khan Academy, they have an SAT section. Okay, y'all would not believe this. I just finished the video and then my camera timed out. So now I have to reshoot. So I was on the section of SAT. So College Board, as I was saying, you can link your Khan Academy, and then also there's scholarship opportunities, and there's a way through the Big Futures tab on College Board where you can view different majors and minors if you're not sure of what you want to do for your career. You can view it on the Big Futures tab, and there's also scholarship opportunities on the Big Futures tab as well. And then lastly, on College Board, you can build your college list to see what schools match well with you. So it'll match your GPA and your SAT score to different schools that you are like eligible for based off of your GPA, and yeah, it'll match you. So it won't match you like with an Ivy League if you have a low SAT score or low GPA. It'll just match you based off of what schools are based off of you. And then also, as I was saying, that Zell Miller gives merit scholarships for 1,200 if you have a 1,200, and then if you have a GPA, I believe it is a 3.7 or 3.8. I'm not really sure, but it also has the Zell Miller requirements and Hope requirements on the Georgia Futures website that I had said before, where you can apply for college. So you can also view that. And then I will put the link for College Board down below. And then ACT is also another standardized test. And personally, I like the SAT better than the ACT. I felt like the SAT had more, especially for the math portion, ACT had more geometry, I felt like, and SAT had more algebra. So if you're better at algebra than geometry, I say take the SAT. But ACT is, you can sign up on the ACT website, and I'll put that link down below. And you can view what test dates are available, and then you can also check your test scores. And then I also bought practice. If you need practice books, I bought practice books on Amazon. Or shout out to my dad. He bought practice books for me for SAT and ACT on Amazon. And then also the Zell Miller requirements for ACT is a 26 plus. So hope You don't have to have a test score to be eligible for Hope, but Zell Miller, you do have to have that 1200 plus or 26 plus. So now I'm going to discuss financial aid. So FAFSA is the financial aid website for all the schools, for the whole nation. And this is where you're going to need a guardian or parent assistance, because it has to deal with the IRS information and your tax information. And I know as kids we don't know that our parent or guardian's information like that. So I'll put the FAFSA link down below. And you can apply for loans and financial assistance for college, and you would need, as I say, you would need guardian assistance with the IRS financial information. And then also I'm going to talk about subsidized and unsubsidized loans. So subsidized is the interest is paid by the education department while you're enrolled at least half time in college, and then unsubsidized loans is when the interest begins occurring as soon as the loan is dispersed, including while students are enrolled in school. So if you're using loans, make sure that you know the difference and you don't get taken advantage of, that you know what you need to pay back, because loans you do have to pay back. Your student loans you do have to pay back or you'll have debt. So just make sure that whatever you're taking, that you're making sure that it's the right thing for you and your family concerning loans. So next I'm going to discuss scholarships. So as I said, I've got over $10,000 in scholarship money, whether that's with outside organizations, not just the schools. So with me going to Georgia Southern, I did receive a housing scholarship, and that did come from me applying early. As I said, apply early action so that you can receive, because certain scholarships and programs are only available to those who apply early action. So yes, so I have a housing scholarship, and then I also have 9 other outside organization scholarships, whether that be churches, really scholarships. Sororities and fraternities are like the big two, like the most that I've received. Mostly my outside scholarships are from sororities and fraternities, whether it be AKA or Lambda. So the scholarship websites that I want to give you is these websites are you make a profile. I'm going to tell you the different websites. I'll put it back down below. But basically these 4 websites are the ones that I use for the national bid scholarships. But you make a profile with the site, and then you put your grades, your test scores, what you want to be, your career choices, your extracurricular activities, sports, etc. It asks for like a lot of personal information, not like social security and stuff, but just stuff about you and your hobbies. And then the sites will match scholarships that fit your profile. And be ready to put the work in with a lot of essay writing. So make sure that you're creative with your essay writing, because you can also recycle some of the essays. Some of the scholarships, they ask the same questions. Like mostly this year was like, how did the coronavirus affect you and your family and different stuff like that. So they ask like the same questions basically about your career. Some of them ask like your career choices and how do you want to further your education and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you, the first one that I used was FastWeb, and I'm going to put that link down below. Going Mary was another one, Unigo, and Bold. Those are the 4 main scholarship websites that I use. And so, but this is what I'm really going to push, the local scholarships. Find local scholarships in your community. Look on your school's website, like your county school's main website, and they should have a list of different scholarships, whether that be from different businesses in your community, doctor's offices, like mostly different businesses, they give scholarships to the teens in their communities. Look at your local churches, see if they're giving any scholarships to the community. I push personally the local scholarships, because the national ones are fun and they get you in a group of essay writing, but they're really hard to win. And as I was saying before my clip cut out, but I was saying that you should really, I was getting discouraged basically. I applied for like over 50 scholarships, and I was getting really discouraged. But I'm thankful to God that I got at least 9 of the ones that I applied to, because it was hard. It was hard to, you know, you have to do your, make sure time management is really key, because you have to do your schoolwork and make sure that that's good, and then also do essays for different scholarships and and organizations and stuff like that. So, and then also being a part of, just make sure time management is really key your senior year, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of events going on. You got prom, you got all these different senior activities, all these different celebrations and graduation. So time management is key this senior year. I really learned how to better my time management this year. So now I'm going to give you other tips. So as I was saying, watch for deadlines. Make sure that you have a planner. I hear my dog coming. You can sit down. Okay, anyway. Make sure that you have a planner. Watch for the deadlines for the college applications and scholarships. They have deadlines, and make sure that you do not miss those deadlines. And then, as I said, get a planner to record your dates and deadlines. And then as far as passwords for college websites, make sure that you have a password that you use for like all your college websites, or you can even create a separate email address so that college admissions and scholarships go right to that email address. And I wrote down my passwords and put them in my planner so I don't forget, because there's gonna be times where you have to sign in to that same platform or website. And then also set an appointment with your high school counselor at least at the beginning of your senior year, or talk to them this summer, just to make sure that you know that if you're ready for graduation, that you have the amount of credits. I believe for the state of Georgia, you have to have 23 credits for graduation. And then also talk to your counselor. If you have free or reduced lunch, you qualify for fee waivers for SAT, ACT, and college applications, some college applications. So just make sure that you talk to your counselor to know how to obtain those fee waivers. Because the college applications, like, I had to be very strategic because I don't have free or reduced lunch. I had to be strategic about how many colleges I applied for. So I applied for 6 colleges, and those applications are like $70, $50. Like, they are like expensive, and you don't get that money back if you don't get accepted to that college, which I think that they should change that, where you can get your money back if you didn't get accepted to that college or don't choose that college. And also with your counselor, make sure that you confirm your GPA and your class ranking, so that you know that if you qualify for certain scholarships or for that college, that you know your GPA for sure. And then if it's not too late, join clubs, sports, and organizations to help your resume and to help you be competitive to all these different college admissions, because there are so many students that are applying for the same scholarships, the same college that you're applying to, just to make yourself competitive as a student. But also in those clubs and organizations, apply to be in a leadership position or anything. Sit down, Sparky. But yes, apply to be in certain leadership positions or anything. So yes, not just join as many clubs as possible. I say join at least 3 clubs and organizations that you're interested in, and be faithful and join those meetings and be faithful as a member to those clubs and organizations. And also join clubs and organizations outside of school if you can. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. As I said, comment down below if you have any questions regarding this, or if you have any video ideas that you will want to see. Follow me on Instagram at Nakaiya Nicole, and be ready, because now is the summer and I am starting to get my stuff for college. So be ready for the dorm. I'm going to do a big dorm haul of all the stuff that I'm getting to put in my dorm. And yeah, be ready for the college content. Thanks for watching. Bye.